Why, hello there, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Assembly, Bot Assembly. And I'm Drekken. I am happy to have you here. We're going to be coding a SC2 bot that wins. This is the we get together every Monday to work on the community project or main project together and sharpen up our coding skills. So today's a big day because we're going to be getting our bot patch ready. I'm excited to really say that. It's been a minute since our bot has been on the ladder, and today we're going to get him ready to go put him back on the ladder, make him ladder ready. So that we can when we start, we like to have that our bot like we get to review how the bot's done, where it's at, so forth and so forth. Last time we added a command combat simulator into the bot, and it worked fairly well. If I was to, I don't have obviously the stuff at my ready, but it reacted and it worked. So now it's a good time to give it another shot and make it ready to the put it on the ladder so that we know how it actually works in the wild. So because yeah, it's nice to go against the NPCs, hidden NPC, but we need some real bots for it to test itself again. Um, uh, I'm gonna add a little goal here. Okay. All right, let's jump into it. There's not much other than do that. We need to just start start the coding. Start a coding. Okay. Oh, where did my actual code editor run off to? No code editor. That is not a code editor. Uh, bu- 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 there it is. Code editor. Perfect. Okay. So, oops, it got really big. Not too big. And so, we're just to give you the rundown of what we're doing here and how it works is we're doing pair programming. And since there's no one in pair programming, it's gonna be me. But if you are in the community, if you're one of my members already, you just come into the Discord, you jump in the channel, and we'll like go back and forth because this is a group project. I mean, if you can't make it live, it's okay. You can actually contribute offline and do a PR request to this bot. This is Pigbot. This is our bot that we are hoping, or the bot that will be a good companion manager. The goal is to make this bot as human-like as we can and make it a good training bot for later. And also, it's got to be good on the ladder. Okay, so I guess first things first, let's go over some of these changes. I've got the changes ahead of me. They are fairly straightforward. We're transferring from the bot's been on 5.013 for quite some time. And so we're going to update this bot for 5.014. Really, this is gonna be the key thing. I mean, get like really the overcharge ability, and then energy overcharge, and how we can use energy overcharge, and like what we could use it for, is probably the number. Like that's what we'll be doing mainly today. Everything else is pretty, standard, run of the mill. Nothing too magical, nothing too hard, nothing too crazy about it. So overcharge is essentially mostly what we're going to do, but I'm going to put it here so we can keep it nice. So overcharge, and they're there. I will just keep going over here. So shield battery update, that doesn't really matter to us. Stalker build time, that's good. I don't think that's going to affect us too drastically. Like, more stalkers the better. Colossus, looks like its health goes up. Yeah, health goes up. I don't think we have anything that re- requires that. Most things are pretty. Tempest goes down. Cost of Tempest. Do we want to build? Actually, none of our build doesn't have Tempest yet, and we haven't really been messing around with the build. Immortal cost update cost cooldown is down, but that's pretty variable, so don't worry. We don't have to worry about that. The cost has gone down. I don't think that's gonna pull too much. Purification Nova. So we do have So the Purification Nova radius has gone up to 1.5. We actually might have to check to double check. I don't remember if I made that static. I might have made the radius status in it, and so we'll have to double check. I was worried. It's funny when I coded it. I think I remember doing the radius. I was like, how often does the radius change? So we'll probably have to actually go and look up the radius. Nova damage versus non-shield has gone down to 100. Remains 200 versus shield. Fascinating. We are okay with that. Again, we're calculated. Mothership, we actually don't use a mothership, but cost has gone down, supply has gone down, shield has gone up, change from single target to multi-target, up to 4 targets, cannot be targeted by Viper Abduct, model size is increased to a larger version of 5.0. Okay. We're not really doing too much of Mothership, so Mothership is not too big of a deal for us. So we're not going to worry too much about that. And so we're gonna actually, we have the other races, so we understand what we have to code against. Cyclone. So the Cyclone reverts to its stats, lock on, cost behavior from 5.11. I actually don't know that, and I don't really have much problems with, we're not really worrying too much about that. Bunker salvage cancel structure damage. We don't care about that. Oops. Planetary fortresses. Don't care too much about that. Sensor towers. That doesn't really care too much about that. Orbital command center, spy depot HP will drop. Meh. And the ghost is meh as well. Okay, so Zergs. Cost has gone up. We don't really care too much. Hatchery has gone down. Weird change. Fascinating. Spore. Damages across there. The HP of the spore crawler has gone down. We don't have a lot of air, so we're not going to be too concerned about that. Hydralisk, this is something to be interesting. Muscular augment creep spread bonus. That means they're faster? No, they are slower. New hive upgrade, nanomuscular swell, which I guess this gives them lunge. Yeah, so they get this like lunge speed. I don't think that is a problem for us at the moment because we currently our core solution to Hydralisk are Colossus, really, and Colossus and disruptors. I don't know if it's a big deal. I don't think we're gonna get chased down anytime soon. Infester, microbial shroud lingers. Okay, we don't really deal a lot with that. And push priority. For Ultralisk, Ambiolic Synthesis speed bonus, they're slower. Model sizes increase, so they're fatter. Okay. So, again, lock on. We don't have to worry about that. Okay. So again, we only have 2 things to code today: is disruptors we have to worry about, and then the shield battery overcharge. So let's get right into it. Let's get our music up. Maybe that's too loud. All right, let's jump into it. What's first on the list? Oh, we're gonna want to look at the radius for the for the disruptor. I guess we should first make sure it loads the maps. Make sure we load up the map. While it does that, oh. Okay, so while it loads up the map, let's take a look at this music feels really loud. There, well, let the music simmer a bit. Persephone, 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 Persephone. I actually don't know how that's pronounced. While it's loading up, let's take a look at okay, let's see if we have anything for radius. Oh, we do got a radius. Let's you know what, just have the AI just search as opposed to us searching through this whole thing. Oh, it's loaded. Persephone. And I think it's gonna actually build a wall off. I can't confirm that or not, but it looks like it's building a wall off. Yeah, it looks like it's building a wall off. That's good. That's good news. Because if you remember last time I was doing this, like the wall off was broken. So I think we're looking pretty smooth here. Oh, looks like even our gatekeeper stuff is working. Oh, are you going to attack, girl? What happened? Why did you decide to? Why are you so brave? Okay, this for whatever reason the bot thought it was gonna win, so I guess it decided it wanted to attack today. I guess it assumes it can win, so it's going to attack. Okay. I mean, that's okay. It's like, I'm okay with it being that kind of aggressive right now because wow, it actually might. Oh no, there's a Ravager there. I was like, maybe it could win. I'm like, I don't know if you can win, my dude. Maybe we should actually think about a way to make sure it doesn't go and attack unless it's together. Oh, we do need to find a way to dodge Ravager Biles. I actually don't think this bot knows how to. We have no way of dodging Ravager Biles. Oh my god, you know what? It actually may have been right though. It thought it could win and it was right. It actually can win. Well, that is good news. We do need to code eventually the ability to dodge Ravager Biles, and I don't know what that looks like. Okay, so it is taking the W. Let's add to our list. I have actually really been adamant about not adding to a list, but I think being able to dodge Ravager Biles is an important aspect to have. So let's talk about. So add this actually to combat. ability to dodge Ravager. Is there anything else we have to dodge? The Ravager, Disruptor Ball. What else do you have to dodge in this? Ravagers, Disruptor Balls. What else is something we have to dodge? Maybe Cyclones? Maybe the lock-on? Cyclone lock-ons? Because you gotta dodge. You gotta dodge Ravager Ball, Biles, you gotta dodge. Do you want to dodge nuclear strikes as well? I guess if we're already coding, they might as well do nuclear strikes. What else? Oh my god, I just realized we have nothing to do. We have no way of seeing invisible enemies. React to invisible enemies. What else do you have to dodge? So, hey, Ravager Biles, Disruptor Balls. What do you have to dodge from Terran? Liberator zones, maybe? Liberator zones? I mean, you don't really have to dodge Liberator zones. You have to react to Liberator zones. I'm a little skeptical of adding all these three things. The invisible enemies is probably a mandatory thing. This may have actually been better to put in the ideal to have, but okay, that's fine though. We'll keep it because I'm okay with that. Let's get into this. Okay, I'm looking for instances in use Disruptor, Nova, and Nova Manager of using the Disruptor. What has actually changed? Is it the ball radius? The Nova radius. Okay. Let's see. We'll have a look through the code base to see if we can, or between these files, see if there's any instances. I mean, ideally, we probably should be able to pull the... I think I pulled the Nova Radius, but I can't remember. It was a while ago. Okay, this is a good song. I like this. Oh, it did find it. Oh, no. And that's probably... We probably should do something rather than doing it manually. There it is right there. Oh, it says it's 1.5. Weird. It says the radius went up from 1.375 to 1.5. Is my information wrong? Let's double check that. We'll pull up make sure that didn't pop up on the screen. Let's go to Liquipedia, I guess. It says radius is 1.5. Purification Novus radius increased from 1.3 sub 3. What? Did I have it wrong? Where's this location? I think my radius may have been wrong this entire time. So this is the explosion radius. I have it as 1.5. Am I missing something? Did I actually have it? Did I just not change it? Oh, it was 1.5 in patch 5.11 and then it changed. Oh, I see. And I just didn't change it with it. Well, Question is, can we get this? Is there a way to get this data in the API, the explosion radius, so I don't have to keep changing it manually? Do we want to look in the API? Is there a Okay, let's see if there's a way. It'd be ideal if we can just get that data, if there's like an ID or something to pull that data. Oh, has it found something? Oh, maybe the Eris framework has it? Oh, it does have it. Okay, so we could probably just pull it from I'm actually kind of okay with that if we just pull it from Eris rather than, you know, obviously then it puts it a little bit at a, like, obviously if Eris doesn't update then our stuff is out of date, but I can't imagine it's all that big a deal. I guess I have to import something for this to work, no? How is it getting it? Ability gate, self-bot, ability set, or access unit date, type ID, Noja, bandana, English weapon. So I can just actually import this. Like, I don't see why I can't just use the Eris. I don't see why not. Like, now, obviously, I'm gonna hope that it is. I am hoping that it is gonna pull back. Is it defined? Where did you get that? I actually would like to see that firsthand. Where did he get that from? Here it is. Oh, it does pull it back. Here it is. It says Nova radius float 1.5. Okay, well, I guess it's accurate, so. There's actually a couple of other constants in here I could probably pull from too. Now, I'm sure... Isn't there an Eris? There's a Eris Constance, isn't there? Maybe I actually don't need to pull from here. Isn't there a Constance Eris that I can pull from? I can't remember if it here it is. There's Constance here. Let's see if there's something in here. Nova? Radius? There appears to be none. I mean, I don't see why I can't really just pull from the grid manager. I mean, my bot's pretty intertwined with the Eris framework anyway, so I don't see why I can't just kind of pull from that and see what happens. I'm sure Rasper might imply I should do something, use something else, but this is here. I don't see why not. Okay, we'll call that done. Let's go on to the next thing. No need to, if it works, it works. We'll do a run and we'll make sure the disruptor actually operates as it should be. Okay, so now we need to talk about the shield battery overcharge. So if I remember correctly, I actually have a shield. I can get rid of this stuff right now. I have a to-do somewhere where I said remove this to-do. Here it is, remove. Okay, so I need to remove overcharge. So this, and then I have a overcharge. Do I have an overcharge? Okay. All right, perfect. So I need to remove this overcharge. I need to make sure I clock all the different overcharges stuff. I need to remove shield battery overcharge. So anything that calls use overcharge, we need to get rid of, as well as the method. Okay, let's go find all the places that have overcharge. Now we can kind of think about what do we want to do? How do we want to use the new energy overcharge? Oh, you know what? Maybe we should, instead of getting rid of, use overcharge, we should actually refactor it for using, refactor it to use the new energy overcharge. Maybe that's what we should do. So what we'll do is we'll actually find the areas that I mean, weird. Get rid of that. So we'll actually want to figure out how to use. Let's figure out how to use this new ability. What's it called? Energy overcharge. Because this actually uses it. Yeah, okay, so this actually, we'll actually call this use recharge instead. And though we actually won't implement it anywhere because we have no clue how we're gonna use energy over energy recharge, we'll have it in here. Checks conditions for the shield battery recharge if it's now energy overcharge. Checks if conditions for energy recharge. Actually, how does this work? Instantly recharges 100 energy to a unit near a nexus. I mean, I don't know. What units do we need the energy for? Who uses energy? Sentries? Who else uses? High Templar? Who else is gonna use energy? Oracles will use energy. So if we have Oracles, High Templars, and but I don't think we're not using anybody sentries. We're not using sentries currently in our build. So let's just build this so that if there comes a time when we're ready to use it, we'll end up using it. So self.total health shield percentage. This actually, this condition is not necessary. Wait, what was that question? What was that? If total health shield percentage is greater than... Okay, that's... My mouse is broken. Okay. Find the nearest nexus. Oh, you know what? Let's actually change this condition to total. Is this a thing? Self dot. What is it for energy? Energy. If self dot. I actually don't know how this is used. Does it target an individual unit? Does it automatically target units? How does this work? Let's actually see if we can get I'm gonna quickly pull up a YouTube video.
But with energy regeneration, the Oracle now has virtually unlimited firepower and can clean up almost any early Zerg threat, except perhaps for a Queen drop, which is literally the last remaining functional Zerg cheese, and obviously...
So it looks like it charges up a unit that's close by. I don't know if you have to target that unit first. I think you do.
When they see the overload speed, they can easily suspect that, and, you know...
I guess what I would probably want to do is pass it in. So what you'll want to do is we're going to want to pass the unit in that has a low energy. Yeah, this is going to work a little differently because the way we have it is we just turn on we just find the closest. We find the closest nexus, and then we used to just find the closest shield battery and just turn it on. Self-total shield health percent. I don't know what that was. What is this? This is like self and not like, is that like my entire army? So we can say something like, okay, check if there is a check if. Actually, find what I'm gonna do is gonna find the closest nexus. That's what you're gonna do. What does this cost us? 50 energy. So you're gonna find the closest nexus. With more than 50 energy. Closest nexus is none. Closest distance is float. For nexus in self-control. Structures ready. Distance to main army. Ooh, we have to really kind of rethink this then. Because like this appears to me as like it's more of a defensive thing, right? You're gonna want to use it if you're under attack. So maybe you don't want it the closest to the main army. You're gonna want it to the closest to. What are you gonna want this to strategically? You want to choose the nexus closest to what? Closest to the enemy army? So we should actually probably choose the nexus closest to. No, you don't want an enemy army. Enemy units? The highest concentration of enemy units? How do we want to use this? Because I feel like energy recharge is a defensive ability. It's very much like you're going to want to use it to prove, you know, you're under attack. You're under attack and you just need to ward off the enemy. So you need to recharge your units to give them infinite, like a huge amount of energy. It's not, can this be? Yeah, the enemy, it has a range of 12. So the unit needs to be close to the nexus. So there needs to be a unit near the nexus before it will use it. So, So maybe what we should do is actually we should pass and we should actually don't use the qualification of the recharge inside the method. Instead, what we should do is whatever is using the method should qualify which nexus, and that nexus is essentially going to use recharge, the ability to recharge, and it's going to target. How do we want to control the target then? This ability is actually a lot harder than I initially thought. I guess I should have actually thought a lot more about how this ability is used. Maybe we could do, maybe we'll maybe we'll put this for another time. Maybe instead of doing energy recharge today, because I think I need to think on this. I don't have any idea how I want to use this. What is the new ability ID for this, by the way? Is this I actually do not know what the ID change for this is. So I'll do a quick search. Okay, it's called energy charge. So it's ability ID. And it's energy charge. Nope, that is not right. Energy. Oh my god. Energy. Charge or recharge? Energy recharge. Energy recharge. Move this one here. Okay. I actually don't know what this takes as a target though. So you take the Nexus and then you don't target the battery. You're gonna target a unit. So what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to target a unit that's closest to the Nexus and that has less than 50% of its total max energy. So like, okay, this is actually kind of coming together, which is good. Because what we'll want to do is we want to take the closest Nexus. Closest Nexus. We don't know what closest Nexus means yet. And then we're gonna want to take all the units within a 12-mile radius or 12 square radius of that Nexus, and then target. Can I fire this multiple times? What's it? Oh, you can only choose one. It has a cooldown of 60 seconds. Okay. Not the worst thing in the world. So okay, so we're gonna have to rethink how we're gonna do this. Just overcharge. Use recharge. In it, I am going to. What are we gonna do? We're gonna find the closest Nexus. We'll have to rethink. We'll have to rejigger this because we did decide the closest Nexus is not the right qualifier. You're gonna want to have you're gonna have a real either of the Nexus that's under attack or the Nexus that has the highest concentration of the enemy army. I don't know. We have to figure out what Nexus we're using. So I'm going to find the closest Nexus to my army. Fine. That's we'll do that. To my army. Within that, from that, we'll target the closest ally unit, closest unit within. We'll target the unit within 12 of the Nexus within a radius. Whatever it knows within 12 of the Nexus that has the lowest energy. Sure, let's go with that. The lowest energy has the lowest energy, or do we want it closest? Highest value unit? We could do highest value instead of closest. Eventually you're gonna want to have a queue of value, you're gonna want to have higher priorities, but today we'll just kind of we'll kind of just give it the highest queue, and then target within 12 of the Nexus unit with the lowest amount of energy expended. Okay, let it do that, and then I'll massage it once it's finished that. Let's see how it did this. Closest Nexus, none. If Nexus structure ready. If low energy, distance to the center, sure. If distance closest distance, da da da. If not closest to Nexus, false. Okay. Find unit in range for unit in self units. If unit is closest to the Nexus, energy, max energy. I think there's another way to check that, so we'll look into that in a second. Minimum unit in range, energy, target unit. Okay, that's right. Other than this energy thing, I think there's a better way of doing that than what it has, but... So I don't think you have to look for the attribute. I think you can actually, I think you just go unit energy or max energy. I just have to, I haven't done this in a while. Let's see if I can pull up Python SE2. See if we can find an let's pull up the Python SE2 documentation. Should I, oh, you guys want to go through the documentation with me? Okay, maybe I can pull up the documentation. Let's see if we can find that. We'll go through the documentation. Units. Units? Energy. See there, you have structure.energy. So you have structure.energy. Unit dot, so it's unit dot energy. So unit dot energy. So that's exactly it. Is there a unit dot max energy is what we need to know. Is there a unit dot max energy? Oh my God. Okay, there you go. We have energy, we have max energy, and the percentage of energy. We have three options here. We got energy, returns the amount of energy the unit has, 0, whatever. Returns the maximum amount of energy the unit can have, returns 0. Energy percentage, returns the percentage. So we want to use it on a unit that is able to maximize this. It returns, because this recharges 100 worth of energy to a unit. So the unit needs to be able to have actually maybe we don't care like what the max energy of the unit is. I'm gonna do a quick ChatGPT question. What units for Protoss use energy? Get a complete list. Okay, so High Templar, Sentry, Oracle, Mothership. So we could probably do like we could probably have a dictionary and then keep a, I don't know, like a priority list of energy units and then have it go down the list. Now, obviously, that may not be very flexible. Like if StarCraft adds additional energy units later on, then you're gonna have to come back in here and do whatever. But I don't know. I don't think that's a big deal. I don't think StarCraft 2 is adding new units anytime soon or removing entire units. So maybe we're safe with that. I think it's a safe bet to put like a hard constant list. Do we have that somewhere? It's like really, we just, you know, really just High Templar, Sentries, Oracles, Mothership. Let me just go, you know, we just have it go through that list of units. And then what's a better way what we'd want to do? Because we could make a list of our own, a constant list of those units. It checks then if any of those units are nearby the nexus. And then we kind of does like a priority. So we'll say if we're talking about priority, it's like mothership first. If there's a mothership, you want to use it. Next priority would probably be Oracle. No, next priority would be a High Templar. The next priority after that would be a Oracle. Okay, so this is what we'll actually get it to do. We're gonna do a little bit of change for it. So what we'll do, so a bit of a shift. What we'll do is we'll maintain a list of units. List of units that have, like, obviously it's not flexible in the sense if this becomes a different race bot, but like, you know, we'll cross that bridge when it comes. I mean, well, I guess it doesn't matter because this recharge overcharge start Protoss only, so whatever. That was my brain just farting. We'll maintain a list of units that have energy. So mothership, High Templar, Sentry, no, Oracle, and Sentry. Then when we use the ability, it checks the nearby units to the nexus within 12 to see if any of them matches. It then targets the one out of, what do you want to say, lowest max percentage? What's the qualifier here? Lowest max returns the percentage of amount of energy the unit has. So like you could say unit percentage, energy percentage. So we could just say, yeah, of unit dot energy percentage. One of all. Oh, this is still popping up. Why is this not coming down? No. Can I just, okay, there it's gone. Okay. And then it targets the one out of, to see if any of them matches, then it targets the one out of them with the lowest unit dot energy percentage. Is that written right? Energy underscore percentage. Yeah, that's right. Let's see it do that. Yeah, that looks nicer. I like that. So if unit in energy type and distance equals next there, and energy percentage is less than 1, target cannot append units. And then when does it find target? Minimum target. Okay, yeah. Okay. That's good. Mothership, High Templar, Oracle, Sentry. I wonder if I should prioritize it. Have it prioritize Mothership first, High Templar. If there's no motherships, High Templar. If there's no High Templars, then Oracles. If there's no Oracles, then Sentry. And then choose the one out of that has the lowest percentage. Am I over-engineering this, guys? Tell me. I don't think so. I think that makes sense, right? Like, I don't want it to choose the lowest percentage of all of these. You're gonna want to, like, if the mothership is low, if there's mothership, it should be mothership first, right? Like, if you have a mothership, this mothership's could cause the most value. If you high Templar's gonna do, a high damage. All right, so far that looks good. This absolutely 100% needs some sort of testing. I have no way of testing because I have no units that are gonna do this. So, like, to do test this. Okay. Let's add that because far so good. So what we're gonna want to do also, you're gonna want to, so we have the energy percentage. So we're actually gonna, so good. We're going to want to. Hi, Dyson. Okay, let's go. We're going to want to actually make sure we prioritize each unit type as we go down the list. So first, if there is a mothership, choose the one with lowest energy percentage. If no mothership, go to High Templar, and so on and so on. I mean, what do you do if there's no such unit? I don't know, you'll figure that out too. I'll update the method to prioritize unit types in order: mothership, High Templar, Oracle, Sentry, following the memory about keeping changes minimal and focused. Okay. So it goes unit type none, unit type in priority type candidates. If unit type ID equals unit type and is okay, so it goes and it goes. Okay, if candidate type, unit type, minimum candidate lambda, yep, not target false. Okay, that makes sense to me. What did it say? Perfect updated method implement priority based targeting, where here's what the new energy priority order list changed from a set to an ordered list. Mothership, High Templar, Oracle, Sentry. Sequential priority loops through unit type priority order. Early termination stops at the first priority. Yep, that's right. Logic flow checks for mothership within 12 range that needs energy. If found, target that one with the lowest percentage energy. If no mothership, checks for the High Templar. If found, target the one with the lowest energy. And I guess we should have, like, what if there's none? Oh, it breaks. It breaks. Oh, when it's defined against, it breaks. And if there's not a target unit, return false. Okay, so that's fine. It's good. Okay, that's done. There's no testing, so this actually needs to be if Nexus is. Oh, it checks if it's less than. Okay. Again, closest Nexus is not ideal. I have to say, I'm still not a fan of the fact that we have closest Nexus, but I don't have a better qualifier, and that's going to take some time to really think on, like, what is the best solution instead of the closest Nexus. Okay, so I would call that's finished. We now have the energy overcharge is done. We removed the overcharge ability, so this bot is actually ready for the ladder, I think. Like, if you guys, unless you guys know something I'm missing, this bot is 100% ready to go to the ladder. Like, do we want to put him on now? Like, because he's ready. He's ready to go. Oh, I just realized my chat is cut off. hold on. I want to make sure my chat section is slightly cut off. Oops. I just noticed like there we go. Okay. Okay, so I would say this is finished. I guess let's run it to make sure it doesn't break, and then let's actually turn up the enemy bots. Let's make this. Is it very hard? But yeah, I think we're good to go. Assuming it doesn't crash. I'm gonna add this to my to-do at some point that we need to test. Check threat sensitivity. Oh, this is new patch stuff. Okay, so we actually wanted to do a couple of things before we put it onto the lab. We wanted to fix the wall off. Yeah, we're not changing the wall off today, buddies. But we're gonna want a 1-day test energy recharge. I guess you should actually go through all the maps too and make sure that the bot runs on all the maps. Not be bad. We need to check the threat sensitivity around Marines. So we have a couple of stuff we can work on today before we end. Like, we still got about 30 minutes or so. Probably like 15 minutes to be brutally honest, because I probably need to eat something at some point. But yeah, we got a couple things we can do before. Okay, let's see how torches goes. So yeah, part of one of the things that we wanted to... Wait, does this have multiple entrances? What is this? Oh my god, is that like gold bases and stuff? Or gold paths? Mercy me. Anyways, we're gonna want to make sure we turn off the debug stuff as well before we upload the bot. We have to make sure we turn that off so it doesn't screw out the bot. It doesn't look like we have to do anything regarding the placement of buildings. They seem to be placing just fine on this map, so we're actually okay with that, which is good. So I actually will check that off. Yes, I did want to have a more flexible thing, but I'm gonna sacrifice that to... We'll put this as like a additional. I actually don't need this anymore because I've already... Oh, there it is. Additional ideas. Actually, I have an additional ideas section. I'm gonna get rid of this. There we go. Additional ideas. How's this bot doing? What's going on? Did he go and attack again? Man, are you aggressive? Go home. Go home. I don't think you need to. I don't think you need to be attacking. So maybe we need to check this combat simulator because I think that. Okay, maybe my guy's brave. He thinks he can do it. We really want to rethink this regrouping. Man, what is this? Maybe this was not the best idea. I'm not really sure what is happening here. Why are you guys not? Jesus, this was so poorly executed. I don't even know. Well, that was bad. Go home. Go home. Return home. Stop fighting. Go home. So that was a bad fight. Something to take note. So yeah, we probably do want to go over the regrouping. We want to understand how our the regrouping is kind of aggressive. And I think that was something that was a big problem I was worried about, is how is it doing the regrouping. Well, this is nice. It's this is actually spying as it should. You know what, though? I'm not actually going to fault it for that attack. Yes, it lost. But you know what? It has lived to fight another day. We'll see what happens when it's actually on the ladder. Right now, this macro, though, is a little wonky. Oh, it is. Okay, it's still building. Okay. It's not spending very well here. The spending is looking weird to me. Like, it shouldn't be floating so many minerals, but then again, and now it's spending. That's like that was really off. Now it's spending, but even now it's not really like pumping out. You know what I mean? Like, it could spend a lot more than it's spending right now. And I don't know, I'm looking here, you're attempting to set weights that are below 1. I don't know what that is. I think that's a Aries problem. Even now, I think it could spend a lot more. Like, it doesn't seem to be spending. That's probably because it's still following its build order. So we actually should consider cutting the build order off early. Now let's see if it'll assess that it can, now that it's like more powerful. Oh, what's happening here? Are we... Oh, I guess it must have decided it doesn't want to attack anymore. Yeah, so we might want to rethink how this regrouping technique... Oh, something's happening. So we might want to rethink about how the regrouping works and, you know... Where's the observer? Oi! Why is this observer not in front of the main army? It's like right now we cannot see, and this observer is like chilling. Yeah, we're gonna get wrecked by this lurker. Hello, observer. Oi. What is the deal with this observer? So maybe now would be a good time to like, I don't know. Okay, here's the observer, but it's like really far away. I mean, we won, but like that was really bad. Like, here's the observer. Now it's here. I wonder if it was scared. I wonder if it was just because it sensed danger. Is it low HP? No, it took no damage. I wonder if it was the danger sense is on very high. Okay, we'll go take a peek at the observer. The danger might have been up too high. Danger might be up too high, so let's go. Let's commit this part already, and then before we start tinkering with something else. So we're gonna say, what did we do? We it's not a feature. Added energy recharge. Added energy recharge. Where is that located? Was that here? Yeah. Added energy recharged. Removed. Shield overcharge. That was from like combat? Yeah, that was from combat. And then we turned radius, turned Nova radius to constant from Ares. I mean, the bot still fired Nova, so it obviously was fine. All right. Put those changes up. Okay, and then so we need to find out why is this observer acting all scared? What's the deal with the observer? So we actually have three observer roles. So this is the scout. Patrol, additional observer patrol key. Okay, that's not the one we need to worry about. This is one, army observer. Is this guy way too timid? So this actually should not. We actually probably don't want him to keep safe. Like, or maybe we do. We want him to keep safe, but like, I don't know. I don't want him to go too far. Okay, here we go. So let's turn down his danger threshold. Sense danger. Do we want him to sense danger? We actually want him to be pretty brave. Let's turn down his danger threshold. Danger distance. Let's say like 4. And let's like turn down. You know what? Sense danger. Just turn it off. Sense danger. False. Don't even sense danger. Just go do what you have to go do, man. It's actually fine for that. Okay. So we don't need to sense danger. If there's an army, we need to do it. But we need to think about what happens if there is a unit it can't see. If the army cannot see an enemy unit, it needs to go there. It needs to stay within that unit's like purview. How do we want to do that? Because it needs to do that. I actually do not know how invisible enemies work in the API. Let's have a chat. We should give it a new chat. Observer in observer moves closer to enemies. The army can't see us. Are invisible. Detection. Need detection. Detection as a priority move. Moves close to enemies. Close to enemy moves. If I want to have it that my observer and moves closer to enemies, that have it that prioritizes moving closer to enemies that are close to the army and are invisible or need detection. Let's see what it comes up with first before we let it run rampant. While it does that, let's open up let's go through the thing and see, like, invisible. Is it invisible? Is it just like is unit is invisible? Nope, that is not a thing. Detected. Is blip, is burrowed. Oh, so there's is burrowed. Checks if the unit is burrowed. Detection. Returns the detection range of the unit. Detect. Is a detector. Is a hallucination. Fascinating. Not useful right today. I don't know. Huh. It's cloaked. Here we go. If checks if the unit is cloaked. So we can say is cloaked. If the unit is cloaked, then is cloaked, is burrowed. So we can go if enemy unit is cloaked or burrowed, then it needs to go nearby. So then we're gonna go check if what other things there's is cloaked and is burrowed. So is burrowed and is cloaked. What else needs to be unveiled? What else needs to be revealed by an observer? Is hallucination? Like I don't remember. Does observers reveal if something's a hallucination or not? I cannot remember. It has been forever. Check. Oops. I believe they do. It's been a while. I guess it doesn't matter. Actually, I guess the game actually just tells you if it is hallucinated or not. Okay, so we'll probably use this. What did you say? Based on the analysis of the code mentioned in the StarCraft coordinate system and aerodynamics, I'll help you modify the Here's an enhanced version that would prioritize invisible cloaked units. Detection range, army threat radius. If bot enemy closer than is cloaked. Oh, so it does is cloaked, is burrowed, so it does do that. Oh, it even checks. Okay, it does. Okay. Clever girl. I mean, I don't know if you wanted to prioritize the unit specifically, because you only want, like, for this though, you want unit type lurker burrowed, roach burrowed, zergling burrowed, hydralisk burrowed, drone burrowed. I don't think we should give a about drones. We want Banshee, but not Banshee. You want Banshee cloaked. Widowmine, yes, you want Widowmine, but you want Widowmine burrowed. So there's some stuff in here that's yes, but you don't want the non-detectable versions of those things. Find the closest priority enemy that needs detection. Perfect. I modified. You have not modified. Shit. I've modified the function to prioritize moving close to enemies that are close to the enemy need detection. Here's what okay. I'll let you actually do the editing, but I'm gonna give you some specific instructions. So that wasn't bad, but what is it doing here though? Grid index I'm not really sure here. Find follow target. Find follow target ahead of the army, taking into account. I want to keep the original looking in front of the army, just that if there is a burrowed or invisible or cloaked unit, if there isn't, the observer should head to it. If there isn't, continue to move in front. The army, if no army, go back to the base. like I already have it in control thing. Control army server. And then in the list of units, only keep the burrowed or cloaked version of the ID and remove burrowed drones. Who gives a about burrowed drones? What else did you have in here I didn't like? Dark Templar is fine because they're problematic. And observer in siege mode. We don't care about that either. Okay, that should be it. Does the mothership have a different version of the mothership? Is there a mothership with using the ability ID? Because that is something that we should use instead. I don't actually see that ability. Oh, I'm gonna have to get going soon. Uh-oh. And I still want to update this to the ladder. So let's see if I can find. Is there an ID for the mothership? Okay, here we go. Mothership cloak field or okay, found it. Oh, that's an ability ID. Is there an ID version of that oracle? Give me a second, guys. I'm trying to see if there is an ID for the mothership when it has that ability turned on. Oh, okay. I think I found. Mothership cloak oracle cloak field. Is that the ability ID or is that the? What am I looking at right now? I think that's the ability ID. That is not the unit ID. Yeah, that's an ability ID. That is not the ID. And I have a feeling, and I don't know for a fact, but I have a feeling that the actual units themselves, unit IDs. Let's see. Maybe this is up to date. I don't think it's up to date, but maybe it's up to date. It doesn't seem like mothership has an additional ability. And then siege mode. Beautiful. Let's see if my baby boy will add it as I have asked. And then we'll put this on the ladder. I mean, yes, we should test it. Yes. Here we go. So what do we got here? Lurker burrowed. So if army center, army ran nearby, priority nearby, filter lambda, cloaked, burrowed, type ID, lurker, roach, zergling, hydralisk, widowmind. You did not add a. Where was the mothership? So you missed the mothership. We don't have ghost cloaked. So we need ghost cloaked. We have, okay, that's fine. I'll add these manually. I don't need you to do it myself. Okay, this is good. I'll just do this myself. I don't need you to do it. So we'll go unit type. Type ID. Is it ghost? Is there no ghost cloaked? Cloaked? That is not a thing. Weird. Okay. How about... What else can be buried? Can't Ultralisk be buried? Ultralisk? Oh yeah, see? Burrowed Ultralisk, that's a thing. What is going on here? Oh my god, you are driving me nuts. What is going on? Oh, Zergling Burrowed, you can do this too? Okay, I'll accept all the changes. That's why you were doing this. Oh my god. I already have Zergling Burrowed. Ultralisk. Burrowed. Then what else can be? A unit type ID. What else could be burrowed? Lurker, we already have that. Zergling Burrowed. Drone Burrowed. I don't want that. Hydra's Roach Burrowed. We have that. So there's no... What about Banshee Cloaked? Banshee Cloaked? Nope, that is not a thing. Banshee? Nope. What about Mothership? Mothership. Okay, so... Okay, it's fine. We will leave these main ones here. We'll do a quick test to see if it works. Make sure it doesn't crash because of some sort of typo or something. What is it doing? Stop. We didn't actually get to test the other maps. Frankly, we'll just have to put it on the ladder and let the ladder be the ultimate judge. Meanwhile, let's turn off all the debugs. Let's turn off the debugs now so that our boy is ready for the ladder. What is this config going on here? Are these new configs? Oh, this is new stuff added, I think, perhaps? Anyways, turn off the debugs. False. Turn off pathing cost. Okay, so all our debugs are off. These are new. I don't recall these. This grid is useful for disruptive pulse. Maybe some other uses. This actually probably should be turned on. I don't know why that was off. What is this? Amount of pathing cost to add for each effect and their range. Yeah, this is new stuff. I don't recognize this stuff at all. When requesting a placement, location is locked from being selected. This allows the placement to become available again. I don't know what that does. I'll have to ask Grasper. So I don't know what some of this stuff is. How many seconds before giving upon constructing a building order? Pathing. Amount of extra buff to add. Okay, these are interesting. I don't know what these do. Amount of pathing cost to add for each effect in the range. Okay, these are worth playing around with, but not today. Okay, so we have our... So we turned on our tactical grand grid. Okay, what else do we need to do? Oh, is this a new map too? Which map is this? I wasn't paying attention. Is this the right map? This is a good map, right? What map is this? Oh, this is Persephone. Persephone? Okay, so Persephone, and then what else do we need to do? Ah, shit. Okay, boys, I'm gonna have to get going. Let's push this out. Added. What did I do? I added priority for. I added priority for. What did I do? I added priority for cloaked and burrowed units on the observer. Wait, hold on. What did I just do? That is not the right thing. Added cloak and burrowed unit priority for observer. There we go. I actually modified the wrong thing. Chat debug. False. Pathing. False. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, I forgot to check. Is it working? Is it working? Okay, looks like it's working. The observer is looking a lot more, oh my god, please. Yeah, this observer is looking a lot more brave now. Perfect. Yeah, this observer is looking brave now. Perfect, perfect. This observer is brave. Good boy. Okay. False, 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 false. Tactical in, on. All right. Upload to AI Arena is true. So this is good. There wasn't any invisible units, so we don't know if that works, but you know, we can obviously test it later on. All right, let's then switch to our master. And then let's go Shift P. Oops, Control P. All right, we won't have time for this actually. Control Shift P. Should be A-okay, I think. Oh, okay. All right, we'll have to figure this out later. I have to look through it. All right, everybody. Okay. So that was today's, our bot's going to go up on the ladder. We're going to hopefully get a chance to see how it looks, all our changes, see how they did. And we'll catch up next week. We'll see what new changes. If you have suggestions, ideas for this bot as well, be sure. If you want to make your own, obviously, there's a template in the description. There's a template in the chat. Grab your own, if not as well. If you already have a bot, you're already a bot maker, you want to get like a bit of a rundown of what we've already done. I do a newsletter every 2 weeks that keeps the tips, tricks to help you make your bot. Last week we just did on the combat simulator. Forgot newsletter. So check that out. Make sure you sign up, become a part of it. Keep on top. All right, so I gotta go. But that was a good session today. Bot's ready for the ladder. Next week, we're going to be working on our bot's control, the attack function of our bot. Possibly squads. The newsletter did not, exclamation, newsletter. And then if you haven't already tried the link, there's a post that talks about how you can get and play the bot from the Probots. And then this Saturday is the grand finals. I expect to see you there. Oh, there's the newsletter. Perfect. All right, everybody. I will see you this weekend for Probots, for the Probots finals. Bye. Or maybe not.